This month's suggested marketing campaign is marketing a prospect list. Marketing a prospect list is at the core of all marketing that happens in a business. Now, that marketing can be built around target markets, expiration dates, credit scores, home ownership, location, family status such as children in the house, income, and more. You can send out low-cost forms of marketing materials that are similar to what many businesses pay to use. You just have to know what you're doing. Let's say you pay for warm transfers. That's nothing but a call-in prospect. However you got them to call in, that's still a warm transfer. Internet leads, that's someone who filled out a landing page or web form. Telemarketing leads, you can use recorded messages for that. Click-to-call leads. Again, you can use text messaging, recorded messages, you can use landing pages. All of those can force someone to pick up the phone and call you. Possible situation leads, like someone changed jobs, or they just had a baby, or they just moved. You can use your social networking contacts to create those type of leads. Postal mail. Postal mail is postal mail, but you can make it much more effective with good call to actions. If you wanted to do TV, radio, and local media, but you can't afford it, a poor man's version of that, YouTube, conference calls, and press releases. The first question I'm always asked, where can I get a marketing list? Well, you can get one from your current customers, or you can build one based on your current customers, your former customers, and former prospects. Your best marketing list is probably right under your nose. You just have to put the data together. Emails that you receive. Don't automatically delete every unsolicited email that you get. Look at it. See if you think it can benefit your business. And if it can, add that email address to your marketing list. They're emailing you already. You might as well do something with it. Web search results, such as white pages, yellow pages, Google search, LinkedIn. I'm going to come back in a second and show you white pages. Your local hard copy phone book, like your yellow pages or those white pages book. I have my teenagers go through those books, take the information, put it on a spreadsheet to help build my marketing list. See, I don't pay allowances. You got to work in my house, and this is a good part-time job for them. Social networking. All your social networking connections should go on your marketing list. When you connect with someone on LinkedIn, that goes on your list. When you join a LinkedIn group, you can download the names from that group. That goes on your list. Your Facebook, your Google Plus communities, all your social networking. And the nice thing about LinkedIn is you can go into the back of LinkedIn, into their settings, and download every one of your contacts. And it'll already put it on a spreadsheet for you. And then we take that spreadsheet and we email it about once a quarter and put out our specific marketing message. Of course, there's specialty sites like melissadata.com, or you can buy a marketing list. If none of these 6 above work for you, you can always buy a marketing list from a company like Colex Dates, Aged Lead Store, InfoUSA, or Sales Genie. If you're going to market, it's all about your call to actions. A response to a call to action lets you know who has an interest in your product or service, but you have to have an effective call to action to get people to respond. URL links to a landing page, a web form, or an appointment request form, a recorded message, text messaging, conference calls, webinars. All of those are great tools to get people to respond to your call to action. I especially like recorded messages and text messaging and conference calls. A conference call or webinar allows you to show your expertise and gives the prospect another opportunity to interact with you and your product. No one can sell you like you can sell you. So it allows you to obtain the contact information of interested prospects, but it allows those prospects to really hear who you are and the messages that you have to put out. Boys and girls, when you're sending out your marketing material, they have to address the potential problem the contact could have, and it must show how your product or service solves their problem. You need to make it simple and easy for a contact to request a conversation or information. It needs to be direct, short, and to the point, and it needs to have a featured call to action. Let me show you an example. This is some example wording that we use in the insurance world. Next time you look at your insurance bill, think about this. Your next door neighbor could sign up today with the insurance carrier that you've been paying for years at a rate that is 30, 40, or 50% lower than the rate you're currently paying. Why? Because new customers tend to get better rates than existing customers. Before you renew your current policy, take 3 minutes and listen to a recorded message where I explain how you can help yourself to get the best insurance coverage at the best price. Call 682-200-1808 extension 1 to hear our 3-minute recorded message. That's what I mean when I say a featured call to action. And you only want to provide one or two specialty call to actions. Don't overwhelm them with 37 different ways of contacting you. Just give them one or two so that they don't have paralysis by analysis. How am I going to market this list? Well, for our training today, I want you to work on emailing the list, using social networking, putting out a door hanger or flyer, postal mail, and that's if you have the money to do postal mailing, and always follow up with a phone call to people that respond to your call to action and people that are not on the do not call. See, lack of telephonic follow-up is the number one weakness that I see in marketing. Guys, you are not going to email blast your way to business success. If you want to increase your sales, it's pretty simple. You send out problem solution-based marketing materials, use a variety of marketing channels, have call to actions that allow people to show an interest in talking to you or about your problems or their problems. Follow up with people that complete a call to action, and always follow up by telephone, email, and face-to-face if possible. It's pretty simple. So let's talk about emailing first, since that's the first way you're probably going to try to market. If your list has over 250 contacts, I strongly recommend that you use a third-party vendor and not your primary email tool. You don't want to get blacklisted as a spam person. We use a company called Direct Aim Media. They specialize in purchase list. But there's also iContact, MailChimp, Constant Contact, and other companies that you can use. For Data Supercenter users, okay, under no circumstance should you email a purchased or outdated contact list through the Data Supercenter. We don't want to get listed as spam artists either. Now, for our functionality, though, make sure that you're using our landing pages, our phone number, our recorded message extensions, our text message as your call to actions on whatever you're using, whether it's Facebook or whether it's an email, so that the system automatically gathers that information and automatically triggers a follow-up. Second, you take that same list and you send a LinkedIn connection request to the contacts that are on that list, or as many as you can. You want to post a LinkedIn update about your problem that you're talking about, and of course about your solutions. You want to download your current LinkedIn contacts and send them an email about your recorded message or your conference call, whatever call to action you have out. And remember, LinkedIn has a great response when it comes to conference calls or recorded messages. Third, you want to create a Facebook custom audience. Now, the nice thing about that is you can either use email addresses or phone numbers. So maybe you've got a list and all it has is phone numbers. You can still create a Facebook custom audience and then create an ad, and your ad can say the same wording as what we showed you earlier if you're in the insurance world, or whatever your world is. Create something that is unique, but something that talks about a problem that's going on in your particular market, and something about a solution, or at least let them know the solution will be revealed on the recorded message if that's what you're using. You can always live call business numbers that you pull from the internet, and you want to live call during the day, or you want to leave them a voicemail between 8:15 and 8:30 a.m. local time. I know that sounds crazy, but we've done this 100,000 times, and trust me, something about 8:15 to 8:30, it's magic for us when we leave a voicemail. I think earlier the owner is not answering the phone because they're in there working. That's why they came in earlier. And I think later they're already into their business day. So somewhere between 8:15 and 8:30 tends to work best for them. And that's why you use that functionality. You know, in the Data Supercenter, you can always have them call in and press extension 1 to hear our recorded message. So that works really well from that. Now, as of 1/27/2016, the day that I recorded this, you can leave an auto dial marketing message to a number that is listed on the web as a business contact number. Right now, business numbers are not part of the whole do not call thing. It's not to say it's not going to change, but as of right now, it's not. But to cover your butt, always check your local and state auto dial use guidelines, as well as check with a legal expert in telemarketing and auto dial use. When do you live call your prospects? Well, 6 to 8 p.m. when you're talking a general prospect. You're not talking a business. A general prospect, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. is the best time to call. 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. is the second best time to call, and 9 to 3 is the absolute worst time to call. Remember, you have 90 days from the time a prospect responds to your online form, landing page, conference call, text message, etc., whatever that call to action was. You have 90 days to follow up at that contact number that they provided. If you have questions or you need more answers, You can always check out our website at www.inspirenation.org. You can listen to our 2-minute recorded message about the Data Supercenter by calling 682-200-1808, and that's extension 1. You can text message your email address to 682-200-1808, and we'll email you some information. Or you can email us at helpdesk@inspireanation.org. So guys, let's get out there and start working those prospect lists. Talk to you next month. Bye-bye. So here we are in the Data Supercenter. I'm going to show you how you would use that marketing functionality that I discussed. We've got landing pages. On our landing pages, we have an appointment request site that's already built into the center for you. So we click here. It'll actually take you to a site, and then they can fill out the first name, last name, phone number, best day to contact you, which is a drop down, and of course the best time of day to contact you. So that helps you with that landing page functionality. Under the audio messages, you can record whatever message you want out there, and then you can link that to one of the extensions in your voice touch and use that for your recorded messages. Inside your voice touch, we're automatically going to give you either a local number or a toll-free number that you can use. Also, the voice texting, or if you want to text your email address, it's already built inside of the system. So again, all this is built inside of the Data Supercenter, all the things that we're suggesting that you do. In whitepages.com, I can put together a people list, or I can put together a business list. So in this particular scenario, I'm looking for the name Ramirez, and I'm looking in Mansfield, Ohio for the name Ramirez. Once I hit my search box, what comes back is an entire list of names. Another nice thing about whitepages.com is I can break my list down by filters. So maybe I don't want 18 to 65. Maybe I only want people that are 50. So I go to 50, and there we go. And I hit apply, and now my list is broken down by people ages 50 to 65. I can do that by state. I can do that by city. Not only will it give me the name, but if I want to go into the view full profile, it'll give me the address that's there, and I can use that to build my marketing list. I like to do this with my kids. This is one of the things that my teenagers, I've got some 13-year-olds and some 12-year-olds who think they're teenagers. I got them in the house. I don't give an allowance. What I do is I make them actually go out and help me to build my marketing list. Other functionality that I use with White Pages is I can click on the Neighbors tab, and White Pages will go out and it'll pull all the neighbors that are associated around this person, and it'll show me a map of the neighborhood. And then all I have to do is look at the particular neighbors that are there, look at the addresses, it'll give me names. So here it says, here's a person I'll click on right here. It says there are 5 more residents at that particular location. This allows me to search out who's in apartment buildings, how many people live in the same house. I'll get an idea of the ages of the people that live in that particular house or in that particular apartment building. So again, you can be creative with the White Pages, but it's a great way to build a list.